what is the Fab City Vision? It's a vision of how cities can be better in the future. And fab, for those who don't know, is a play on the word fabrication and fabulous, which is nice, it's a good word. And the idea of a fab city is that in the future, in 2054, I think it is, so the way a city works at the moment, if you had a diagram of a city, you'd have products going in and trash going out. So products, trash, that's pretty much what happens. And the idea of this kind of idyllic future city is that you have materials going in and data going in, and then maker spaces and fab labs throughout the city are employed to make, fix, repair, and keep those materials in flow for much longer and create a much more local economy, but with this data distributed, global data. And that's the big difference from going back to cottage industry or something that we had in the past. It's the data layer that changes things. So Thomas Diaz, who's one of the main instigators of Fab City, says that cities are the greatest creation of humanity, and at the same time, they are our biggest challenge. So we're working on the principle that makerspaces can creatively mediate between the kind of sweeping agendas imposed on us from above and then the needs of the citizens. So we're trying to meet both those needs. So by 2054, the idea of the Fab City is that cities will produce locally, actually produce within the city walls, at least 50% of what they consume. Also, there will be a global repository of open source designs for city solutions. So that's really crucial as well, the data sharing, the global sharing, so that everyone isn't reinventing the wheel all the time. And everyone is working together to achieve the vision throughout the world. And the third point is that materials are sourced locally through recycling and digital materials. And these Fab Cities are going to harness the power of makespaces and the maker movement to help do this. And it's gaining traction. You know, here's a map of the Fab Cities, the mayors of the Fab Cities who've actually signed up. So we've got Barcelona, Shenzhen, Amsterdam, Paris, Kingdom of Bhutan, Detroit. Yeah, you know, it's gaining traction, and people are actually starting to think about how we might get to that point. There are 701 Fab Labs around the world, and Machines Room is part of the Fab Lab network. So if each of those really embedded and followed the Fab City agenda within those spaces, which they don't at the moment, but if there was more integration, then that would be an incredibly powerful force.